Stop scrolling for a moment. This is not motivation. This is remembrance. I realized something that changed the way I understand God, consciousness, and even myself. God is not a figure sitting somewhere above the clouds. God is not waiting on a throne. God is the air I breathe. And then it hit me. I am not responsible for my own consciousness, not my awareness, not this sense of being here. I didn't create awareness. I don't switch it on in the morning. I don't maintain it with effort. I receive it. Ancient philosophers understood this long before modern science tried to name it. The Greeks called it pneuma, the breath of life. In Sanskrit, it was prana. In Hebrew, rosh. In Chinese philosophy, qi. Different languages. Same truth. Breath was never just oxygen. Breath was consciousness in motion. Now listen carefully. If I close my nose and mouth and separate myself from this substance for 4 minutes, my heart does not immediately stop. My brain does not instantly shut down. My organs do not collapse. The first thing I lose is consciousness. I pass out. I disappear from awareness. I am alive, but I am no longer present. Science confirms this. Lack of oxygen does not kill you instantly. It deprives the brain of conscious awareness first. So the question becomes, what is awareness doing inside the breath? Because if oxygen were the only function, the body would fail before the mind. But it doesn't. The witness leaves first. The observer, the I am. That is not accidental. Neuroscience still cannot locate consciousness in the brain. They can track neural activity. They can measure electrical signals. But they cannot find where awareness comes from. Because awareness is not generated. It is transmitted. The body is not the source. The body is the receiver. This is why ancient philosophers said the soul does not live in the body. The body floats inside the soul. Every breath is a handshake between matter and the unseen. A permission slip to stay awake inside form. That's why monks mastered breath before thought. That's why yogis controlled consciousness through respiration. That's why shamans used breath to leave the body. They weren't trying to breathe better. They were learning how to stay connected to awareness. And here's the part most people never question. When breath leaves, you don't immediately die. You disconnect. Which means consciousness is not dependent on flesh. Flesh is dependent on consciousness. You are not creating awareness. You are hosting it. That's why you feel different in silence. That's why meditation feels like remembering, not learning. That's why moments of stillness feel ancient. You've been here before. This world teaches you that you are the body. But the body turns off every night. Consciousness does not. You leave it when you sleep. You return when you